Smart Solutions. Add-on desired.
Welcome to Adopt. This is Lavanya. I'm going to teach you all intermediate second year accountancy. Actually, accountancy subject consists of 50 marks. Now I'm going to teach you all or deal with the AP syllabus, that is chapter 1, that is bills of exchange. So it's a weightage of 7 marks nearly. 5 marks sum you are going to get and 2 marks theory you are going to get. So actually this total weightage of this chapter is 7 marks. And so let me start first of all what is meant by bills of exchange. So let me give the introduction for the bills of exchange. Actually, bills of exchange is nothing but it is a written document of debt and it's a legal document. It is not illegal, it is a legal document. So, bills of exchange is nothing but what? Exchanging, okay. The bills are exchanging from one person to another person. In a simple words, we can call that as a bills of exchange. But according to the Companies Act or like that, it's a written document. So, compulsory bills of exchange should be in a written form, not in a oral form. It should be in a written form and it is a legal document. And the acceptance of debtor is given a trade bill possesses a high degree of liquidity and certainty. So, what happens here? Suppose I am a debtor and you are the creditors, okay. So, the creditor, whatever the creditor give, compulsory the debtors has to be accepted, okay. And he has to accept and he has to do that in a very high liquidity preferential way. And see, in a simple words, I want to tell you all bills of exchange is a written document and it is a legal document also. And the acceptance of debtor is given in trade bill possesses a high degree of liquidity and certainty. So, this is a bills of exchange. Bills of exchange, I told you all, bills of exchange should be in a written document, etc. legal document. It is not illegal, it is an legal document. So, document is nothing but what? The form which is going to be written in the form of written form, okay. Not in a oral form, it is a written form. So, that is called as an bills of exchange. So, let me go for the actually bills of exchange involves 3 parties, okay. So, what are those parties? Drawer, okay. That means who are the drawer here? The person who draws the money, that person is called as a drawer. So, actually we have here 3 parties in the bills of exchange. So, first one is drawer and the second is drawee and the third one is payee. So, who is a drawer? Suppose if I have 3 parties, first let me explain about the drawer. Who is a drawer? Suppose if actually account is mine, okay. If my account is there, but some person, let me take the example as my brother or my sister, they went to the bank or ATM and they are going to draw the money. So, who has drawn the money? Who has drawn the money? Not me. Actually, it's my account, but my brother or colleagues or whomever it might be, they have drawn the amount from my bank. So, how they are going to do? The person who is going to draw the amount from the bank or from the ATMs, that person is called as a drawee. Account is mine, but the other person is drawing the amount from the bank. So, that person is called as a drawer, okay. So, what is meant by drawer? I told you all just now. Drawer is nothing but the person who draws the money from the bank is called as a drawer. So, here who draws the bill? That means here the person who is going to draw the bill, that person is called as a drawer. Who draws the bill? Who draws the bill, okay. Who draws the bill, that person is called as a drawer. Who is drawing? Person to whom the bill is drawn, okay. The bill is drawn, okay. So, who is a payee? The person to whom the amount is paid. Suppose I am the person, I have to pay the amount, but whom I have to pay? For some person I have to pay. So, who is called as an payee here? I am called as an payee, okay. So, the person to whom the amount is paid, okay. So, this person is called as an payee. Payee is nothing but what? Suppose if I am paying the money for you, if I am paying the bill for you, so I am called as an payee. The person who pays the money to some other person, that person is called as an payee. Drawer is nothing but what? The person who draws the bill. Drawee is nothing but what? person to whom the bill is drawn. Okay, and what is payee? The person to whom the amount is paid. So that person is called as an payee. The person who is going to pay the bill, who is going to pay the amount, that person is called as an payee. Now let me go for this next. Yeah, let me give you a clear idea regarding these problems. So I want to this sum you are going to get it for 5 marks. So I want to give you clear clarification regarding this sums. So it consists of 5 marks. So listen the question carefully. Amar sold the goods for rupees 10,000 to Sundar. Okay, Amar has sold the goods for rupees 10,000 to Sundar on credit. Okay, on credit. Where he has been sold? On credit. Okay, so on 1st July 2014, Amar drew a bill of exchange on Sundar for the same amount for 3 months. Okay, he has done that amount for 3 months. Actually, from which month it has been started? On 1st July 2014. And Amar drew a bill of exchange on Sundar for the same amount for 3 months. And Sundar accepted the bill and returned it to Amar. Okay, so the Sundar has been accepted the 3 months amount bill and again he has been returned it to Amar. So Amar discounted the bill with his bank at 10% per annum. Per annum is nothing but per year. He is going to accept the discount on that account. Okay, on that bank he is going to accept the discount at 10% per annum on the same day. And Sundar meet his acceptance on maturity, means till expiry of your date, and pass the necessary journal entries in the books of Mr. Amar and Sundar. Okay, so now we have to prepare the journal entries in the books of Amar and Sundar. Who is the Amar here? Amar is the person who is going to sell the goods. So first let us prepare the journal entries in the books of Mr. Amar. Okay, so any time whenever we prepare the account, in Amar account we should not write Amar name. We have to write Sundar name or to purchase goods. See, suppose if it is my account, okay, so can I write my name, children? No. So in whosever account we are preparing or whosever account we are preparing journal entries, their name should not be considered. It's not going to get there. Okay, so actually when it has been started, 2014 July 1st. Okay, 2014 July 1st. Okay, or July 1st 2014 also you can write, no problem, but according to here 1st July 2014. So we have to prepare the journal entries. So first entry is what here? Amar sold the goods for rupees 10,000 to Sundar. So Amar has been sold for whom? To the Sundar. So once you see Sundar account debtor, Sundar account debtor, Sundar account debtor to what he has done? Sold. Who has sold? Amar has sold to Sundar to sales account. Is it clear? Amar account debtor, here Sundar account debtor to sales account, being credit sales. Being credit sales. So what was the amount here? 10,000. So debtor, whenever you write, you have to write there 10,000. Next in the account when you write, this is your journal entries pro forma. Okay, so this is the first entry. So on the next, for how many years? Actually for 3 months it is. Okay, so next for 3 drew a bill exchange on Sundar for the same amount for 3 months, and Sundar accepted the bill. Accepted means what Sundar has been done? He has received. Okay, accepted is nothing but what Sundar has been received. So what you have to write? Bills receivable account debtor, okay, to bills receivable account debtor to Sundar account, to Sundar account. Who has accepted the bill here? Actually Sundar has accepted the bill and again he has returned it to Amar. Okay, so bills receivable account debtor to Sundar account. So what was the amount here? 10,000 and 10,000. Is it clear? Next here, being the bill drawn for 3 months. Being the word compulsory you have to use because this is a narration. Being the bill drawn for 3 months. Okay. So the next entry, this is a second entry. So the next entry is what? Bank account debtor, bank account debtor, discount account debtor to bills receivable account, to bills receivable account. okay, to bills receivable account. So actually what is a bills receivable account amount? 10,000. So in a debit balances you have to keep hyphen, okay na. So how to calculate the discount? I'll tell you all in the next entry, okay na. So from 10,000 discount is how we have to calculate the discount. Actual amount is 10,000 into 10% per annum, no, 10 by 100 into for how many months? 3 months. 3 months by total months. Total months are how many? 12 months. If we calculate, we are going to get as 250. Discount we are going to get as 250. So 10,000 minus 250, how much we are going to get as? 9,750. So if we calculate 9,750 and 250, so you are going to get it as 10,000. So for this, what you have to write the narration here? Being bills receivable, okay, for 3 months. Okay, this is a being. For each and every entry compulsory you have to use the being. Why? Because it is a common for all the journal entries. So how to prepare the journal entry pro forma? Date, particulars column, LF, debit in rupees and credit in rupees. So this is the format how we are going to write the journal entries in the books, bills of exchange. Okay. So now we have prepared the books of Amar. So let us go for the books of Sundar. Okay. So let me go for the next sum as books of Sundar. See here, journal entries in the books of Sundar. Okay. So how we are going to do in the books of Sundar? Same date, 2014 July 1st. Okay. 2014 July 1st. So what was the entry here actually? First, once you see the question in the before, Amar sold goods for rupees 10,000 to Sundar on credit on 1st July 2014. Amar drew a bill of exchange. So totally whatever the books we have written in the Amar, it totally comes opposite to the Sundar. Okay na? So what Sundar has done? Sundar has sold. Okay na? What Sundar has done? Sundar has sold. So here Amar has been sold, Sundar has been purchased. So whenever we are preparing Sundar account, what we have to do? We have to write purchases account debtor to Amar account. To Amar account. So what was the amount? We know that 10,000 and 10,000. Clear? Next. So which word we have to use here? The word being credit purchases. Being credit purchases. Compulsory you have to keep a bracket and you have to close it. Okay na? Next entry is what? So totally for before whatever the entries we have written in the Amar, so totally it will be quite opposite. So just now we got bills receivable in the account of Amar, but now here we are going to get the bills payable. Okay. So on the same date, Amar account debtor to bills payable account. So what was the amount? 10,000 and 10,000. Is it clear? Next. So what you have to write here? Being the bill accepted. This is the narration for each and every entry. Being the bill accepted. Okay. Next. The last one is for 3 months, no? So July is completed. So August, September and October. Okay. For 3 months, no? So it is totally October. So 2014 on October 1st. So after 3 months the bill was same for 3 months. Okay. So bills payable account debtor. Bills payable account debtor to bank account So bills payable is how much? 10,000. So bank account total is also 10,000. Here no need of calculating any discount. Okay. So being the bill dishonored and paid. Being bill dishonored and paid. Okay. So actually here what we have to do, once I want to explain you all this sum. So Amar has sold a goods of rupees 10,000 to Sundar on credit on 1st July 2014. So Amar drew a bill of exchange on Sundar for the same amount for 3 months. So what you have to do, whenever you are preparing a books in the Sundar, you have to prepare for 3 months, okay. And Sundar accepted the bill and returned it to the Amar. Amar was discounted the bill with his bank at rupees 10% per annum on the same day. So Sundar meet his expenses on maturity. Maturity is nothing but what, till what date he has been accepted, he has to complete within the time. Pass the necessary journal entries in the books of Amar and Sundar. So see here, first of all, whenever we are preparing the Amar account, we should not use the name of Amar, okay. So see here, Sundar account data to sales account. Why we are writing here? Because Amar has sold the goods to whom? To Sundar, okay. So Sundar account data to sales account. So we can write here Amar account also. Who has been sold? Amar. So we can write Amar, but in the place of Amar account we should not write the Amar. So that's the reason we have written only sales. So 10,000 being credit sales, okay. Next on the same date, see the one more entry, he has been accepted and returned it to Amar. The Sundar has accepted the bill and he has returned it to Amar. Accepted is nothing but what? He has received the bill. So bills receivable account data to Sundar account. Who has accepted that bill? Sundar. Okay na? And again what he has done? He has returned it to Amar. Next bank account data to discount account. So what you have to find out here, how much discount they are going to get and what is the total bank amount. So how to calculate the discount? I told you all. Actually what is the main amount? 10,000 is our bank amount. So what is the year percentage we have? 10,000 into 10 by 100 into 3 by 12. Why we are calculating for 3 by 12? Because we have done only for 3 months. So total months are how many? 12 months. So 3 months by 12 months. If we calculate, then we are going to get it as 250 as a discount. Okay. So total when we write in a debit column 9750 then at the credit time whenever you add that you are going to get it as 10,000. Next when you go for Sundar. So what when it comes to Sundar, so what Sundar has been done? Amar has been sold. But what Sundar has done? Sundar has purchased. So here we are preparing only Sundar, whatever the accounts he has, whatever he has done, we are preparing only Sundar. It is related only to the Sundar. So who has purchased here? Sundar has purchased. So purchase account data to Amar account. Why we are writing here Amar? Because Amar has sold the goods to Sundar. So whenever we are preparing Sundar account, we should not write the name of Sundar in this account. Okay. So Sundar has purchased. So that's the reason we are writing it as purchase account data to Sundar Amar account. So being credit purchases. So being the word is compulsory, should be used in each and every journal entry after each and every transaction. Okay. Next Amar account data to bills payable account. Why? Because he has been accepted and written it to the what he has done? He has written it to the Amar. Okay. So Amar account data to bills payable account. Being the bill accepted. Next 2014 October 1st. Why we are writing here October 1st? In the two entries we have done for July, okay, but the next entry, at the third entry we are closing these entries, so that's the reason we have done it for 3 months. So 3 months he has been withdraw the same bill they have given, no, so it has been started in the July, so August, September and October. So on the same 2014 October 1st, bills payable account data to bank account 10,000. So being bill honored and paid. Okay. Now the second sum is Sandhya sold the goods for rupees 14,000 to Rajeshwari on 1st March 2014 and drew upon her a bill of exchange payable after 2 months. So the same as before. Okay. So Rajeshwari accepted the bill and handed over the same to Sandhya, and Sandhya immediately discounted the bill with her bank at the rupees 12% per annum. Just now we have taken 10% per annum, but now we have to take as 12% per annum. And on the due date, Rajeshwari met her acceptance. Pass the necessary journal entries in the books of Sandhya and Rajeshwari. So just before we have passed the journal entries in the books of Amar as well as Amar and next one more name, that is just Rajeshwari. So now here we want to tell regarding Sandhya and Rajeshwari. So now we are going to prepare the journal entries in the books of Mr. Sandhya. Okay, Miss Sandhya. So see here. So first of all, Sandhya sold the goods for rupees 14,000 to Rajeshwari on 1st March 2014. So first let me write this entry. So 2014 March 1st. Okay, 2014 March 1st. So here who has been sold? Actually we are preparing in the books of Sandhya. So we should not write the Sandhya name. Okay, Sandhya sold the goods to Rajeshwari. Okay, so Rajeshwari account data to sales account. Rajeshwari account data to sales account. Okay, next being credit sales. Being credit sales. Being credit sales. So what was the amount actually here? 14,000 was our actual amount. So this is our first entry. Let me go for the second entry. And drew upon her bill of exchange payable after 2 months. Rajeshwari accepted the bill. Okay. So that Rajeshwari accepted the bill and handed over the same to Sandhya. So bills receivable account data to Rajeshwari account. On the same date, bills receivable account data to Rajeshwari account. To Rajeshwari account. Is it clear? So being a bill drawn for 2 months. Being bill drawn for 2 months. So what was the amount here? 14,000. Next 14,000. Okay. Next, one more entry. So same as it is. So here Sandhya immediately discounted the bill with her bank at the rate of 12% per annum. Okay. So now we have to write bank account debtor, discount account debtor, discount account debtor to bank account debtor, discount account debtor to bills receivable account. So bills receivable amount is how much? 14,000. So now how to calculate the discount on this 14,000? 14,000 into 12 by 100 into for how many months? For 2 months. Okay, it is accepted only for 2 months. So 2 by 12. So how much we are going to get as discount? 280 discount we are going to get. So here 14,000 minus 280, how much we are going to get? The discount as 13,720. So if we add this both, it should be comes under 14,000. So bill is discounted for how many rupees actually? 280. But actually a bill's receivable amount is 14,000. So 40,000 minus 280, then we are going to get the bank amount as 13,720. Next, journal entries in the books of Mr. Rajeshwari. Okay. So on the same dates as usual. So what was the dates? 1st March 2014. March 1st 2014. Same date. But same, quite opposite totally. Just now how we have done. Sandhya sold goods for rupees 14,000 to Rajeshwari. So now what we are preparing? We are preparing the Rajeshwari's journal entries in the books of Rajeshwari. So we should not write in the Rajeshwari account. Anytime we should not use the name of Rajeshwari. So here what happens? Rajeshwari has purchased. Okay. So Sandhya has been sold. So in the next account how it becomes? Purchases. Okay na. So purchase account data to Rajeshwari has purchased. So purchase account data to Sandhya account. To Sandhya account. So being credit purchased. Being credit purchased. Okay. So what was the amount actually? 14,000. 14,000. Is it clear? 14,000, 14,000. So next entry on the same date, next entry is Sandhya account debtor to bills payable account. Bills payable account. Okay. So what was the amount? Same. 14,000, 14,000. Okay. Now being the bill accepted. Being the bill accepted. Okay. Next. The next entry is what? On the same dates. Okay. So bills payable account debtor. Bills payable account debtor to bank account. To bank account. So what was the amount? Same, 14,000 and 14,000. Okay, being bill honored and paid. So it is totally, just I want to explain you all. Actually, this is totally quite opposite to Sandhya. It's totally whatever the journal entries which we prepare in the Sandhya's account, it's totally quite opposite in the Rajeshwari's account. See here, when there is sales, here it is on purchases. When there is bills receivable, here it is on purchase, bills payable. Okay. So like this, you have to see the little bit of differences. If you prepare one journal entries in the books of Sandhya, the first journal entry if you prepare, then you can immediately do the next journal entry in the books of both the parties. Both the parties has nothing but Sandhya and Rajeshwari. So this sum you are going to, this type of sum you are going to get it for 5 marks. Yeah, next a third question where you can do a little bit very easily than the before sums. So see here, on 25th March 2014, Vinod draw a bill of rupees for 3 months on Prakash for rupees 3,000. Prakash accepted the bill and hand over the bill to Vinod. The bill is honored on the date of maturity. Shows the journal entries in the books of Mr. Vinod as well as Prakash. So here also same, both the entries we have to write here. So journal entries in the books of Vinod first let us take, then we will do regarding in the books of Prakash. So let me go with the Vinod first of all. So what is the Vinod's actually here? When it has been started in 2014, March 25th. March 25th. So what he has done? He has received the bill. Okay, that means he has received the bill. Bills receivable account data to bills receivable account data to Prakash account. So Prakash has given, so he has been received. Prakash account. So what was the amount actually? 3,000. 3,000. Being bills drawn for 3 months. Being the bills drawn for 3 months. Okay. So this is your first entry. And the next one is the bill is dishonored on the date of maturity, and show the journal entries in the books of Mr. Vinod and Prakash. So he has been received and he has been again handed over it to Vinod. So received is nothing but what? Bills receivable. But when after 3 months, that means for 3 months. 3 months is nothing but what? March 25th. That means April, May, June and July. Okay, June. So June 28th you are going to get, or June 25th also you can take, because March, April, the dates might be changed. Okay. So on the same date, the same year, so we are going to write here June 25th. Okay, June 25th. So cash account data to bills, cash account data to bills receivable account. Bills receivable account. So the word being is compulsory, should be used in each and every entry. Okay. Being amount received. Being amount received. So we have to close the bracket after writing the narration. So what was the amount? 3,000. 3,000. Here no discount, nothing. Okay, here they did not give you any 12% or 10% per annum. They didn't give you anything. Just directly they have given you, he has been accepted and again he has been withdrawn after 3 months. The next journal entries in the books of Mr. Prakash. So whenever we are preparing the Prakash journal entries, we should not use the name of Prakash. Okay, so we have to write totally which deals with the Prakash account only. Okay, so 2014 March 25th. Okay, so it's totally quite opposite to before account. Okay, so see here, bills receivable account to data to Prakash account we have written, but here now what we have to write? Vinod account data to bills payable account. Vinod account data to bills payable account. So what was the amount? The amount is 3,000. Same. Here no discount, no calculations. Just directly. Okay. So being the bill accepted. Being the bill accepted. Have to close the bracket. The next one, bills payable account data to cash account on the same date. That means on June. After 3 months, no? So June 25th. But the same year, that is 2014. Bills payable account data to cash account. Okay, bills payable account data to cash account, being bill dishonored and paid. So what was the amount here? 3000 and 3000. So it's totally quite opposite to the first journal entry. So here you see, once on 25th March 2014, a Vinod draw a bill of rupees 3 months on Prakash for rupees 3000. Prakash accepted the bill and handed over the bill to Vinod. And the bill is dishonored on the date of maturity. Show the necessary journal entries in the books of Mr. Vinod and Prakash. So first we have prepared journal entries in the books of Mr. Vinod, and the next entry which we have prepared the journal entries in the books of Mr. Prakash. Yeah, now I am going to tell you all the 2 marks questions. It consists of totally, it is deals with the theory itself. So the weightage of this chapter is 7 marks, as already I have told you all at the starting. 5 marks you are going to get one problem, and 2 marks you are going to get theory. And as we have completed 5 marks, let's go with the 2 marks. So first of all, let me give you what are the days of grace. Okay, what is mean by grace of days? Suppose actual period of time, then extra 3 days, that is called as an grace, days of grace. Suppose the actual period of time is 1 year. Okay, let us take for 12 months. Okay, suppose if you want to pay anything, if any agreement was there, it is only if it is only for 1 year. Suppose if it happens or if it completes extra 3 days, that extra 3 days, additional 3 days is called as an grace of days or days of grace, and it is an legal right. Okay, so days of grace is a very important answer where you can score 2 marks very easily. Okay, so days of grace is very legal right, and according to the negotiable instrument 1881. Okay, so it is considered days of grace is considered as legal right. That means grace days is nothing but extra days. Extra days for how many? For 3 extra days. Okay, which is actual period of time. Suppose if it is actual period of time is only for 10 days, which we have given an agreement or agreed. So if it completes more 3 days extra, so that is called as an grace of days or days of grace. Okay, so what do you mean by noting charge? So what do you mean by noting charge? Noting charge is nothing but it is a document, it is a note. Okay, now to obtain the proof of dishonor of bill. Okay, it is an actual proof of dishonor of bill. Dishonor is nothing but what? Which is not accepted. The bill which is not accepted, that is called as an dishonor of bill. Next, what is mean by dishonor of bill? Okay, just now I told you all, dishonor of bill is nothing but what? Which is not accepted properly or which is not accepted truly, that is called as an dishonor of bill. So what is mean by dishonor of bill? When the drawee fails to pay that bill. Okay, drawee is nothing but what? The person who draws the money from the account, that person is called as an drawee. Okay, when the drawee of the bill fails to make a payment of the bill on the date. Okay, on the date, it is called as an dishonor of bill. Suppose we want to pay one, we want to deposit one check today. Okay, suppose if we are paying it tomorrow, or if we are depositing it tomorrow, can the bank can accept that? No, it is not going to accept that check. So for how many days? Within some duration of time will have. Suppose this check is accepted only today. Okay, so compulsory he has to go and deposit in the bank only today, but not tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Why? What happens if you deposit tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after 3 days or 5 days, that bill will be accepted. So that is called as an dishonor of bill. The bill which is not going to accept on another day or duration of time, so that is called as an dishonor of bill. So these 3 answers are very important where you can score it for 2 marks. Surely you are going to get 2 marks question from these 3 questions. Okay, so thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Add-on solutions. Add-on desire.